Okay, today is dispatch day. It is November 25th, 26th. It's 52 degrees out. So with that being said, today's a good day to dispatch. So I have a bunch of excess males we're going to dispatch, and we're going to show you the process we do back here. We set up a little area, and the first thing we do is you want to think safety. So you want to make sure your plug is up. Your plug is up so there's no water. This is my quail plucker, and I will be spraying water, so that's why I wanted to plug up off the ground. Don't want to electrocute myself. I have a scald station set up. Temperature's at 160. Heads and guts, I'm going to compost that, so I don't have a trash bag. If you're not going to compost, you got a small amount, I'd put them in a trash bag, take them to the dump, but we compost here. Have a butcher station set up, so once the guts come out, my wife can finish up the process here. We have scissors, an old pair of hemostats. They help really good for getting the lungs off the side of the wall. And I've got my little station set up with some water, and it just dumps into a bucket, which I'll empty later. And once it's done, it'll go in a cooler full of ice. We don't buy ice, we make our own ice blocks. In a previous video, I said that's how we keep our rabbits cool. We also use that in a swamp cooler during the summertime, but it's just a shoe box from the dollar store. Fill it with water, freeze it. I'm gonna fill that up with water. So I have my ice. I got a clean bucket of water. So you wanna wash your tools off in between. I got paper towels and another trash can. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go out and get a bunch of excess males, and I got a transport cage. I'm gonna bring them up, set them up here, and we'll go to the next step.
You want to get these guys over here first? These guys?
These guys are young.
Okay, let's get these.
I'm gonna grab these. These are all males. Males.
Okay.
These guys I think started laying eggs.
Oh, that's right. These guys here came off those.
Yeah, they're starting to lay eggs.
Okay. Alright, yep. From there down. Already. We're going to weigh a couple of these when we get up there before we butcher them, just to see what the before and after is. I just stand here and open and close the lid, basically. That's what I'm going to do. We'll let them on that grass we put them on. Let them calm down for a little bit. We don't like to butcher them when they're stressed.
Alright, I just reached in, randomly grabbed a male. I'm going to weigh him. I do this throughout, spot check. Zeroed out a scale, it's in ounces. So we're going to put him in, see what we get. So he is 10 ounces, 10.60 ounces. Not bad. Not bad.
You want to go ahead, let's just go ahead and butcher this one and take it all the way through.
Okay.
And see what his final weight is.
Okay. Alright. What I'm going to do is I'm going to dispatch this guy. I'm not going to show you how I dispatch him because it'll be on YouTube. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 2 fingers right here on each side of his breast. Take my other hand and I'm going to put it on his head and I'm going to twist and pull at the same time. Okay? Right now I'm getting him calm. Okay? And then I'm going to turn my back and go over the bucket and I'm going to do that in one swift motion. And then when I'm done, she'll bring the camera over and see what we'll get and we'll bleed him out. Okay? We've tried the scissor method before and they're a whole lot more stressed. What you're seeing now with the muscle twitches is just that. It's just the twitches. Okay? It's the nerves in the body. But he is dead. Okay? What I try to do is I try to wait for them to get done as much twitching as possible because I'm putting them in 160-degree water and I don't want to get splashed with all that. Okay. So now I'm going to take him, dunk him in the water. Sometimes it's a dunk and swirl. Same thing like chickens. You want to pull the pin feathers. Okay, you get some of those. Water's really hot. There we go. Come over here. Drop him in. And it's going to splatter. And I'm going to spring. A little water. Okay, now that water was a little hot, I believe. Yeah, it was a little hot. So you got some yelling there. Now, still got some other feathers to pick, some pin feathers, but mostly it's clean. If you've ever plucked a chicken or plucked a quail, this is quick. Okay, so there's little hairs, and what I do is at this point, I give it to my wife, and she goes the rest of it. You're ready.
Okay, now since he's given this to me, I've finished taking off all the feathers on the wings. Now you see this dark feather right here, that pin feather that didn't come out? All you have to do is run your finger in behind it. They pop right out, okay? They usually only a few of them in here that would need to come out. I got a few out of the back already. Those couple small ones don't bother me. Alright, so what I'm going to do first, get these feet, I break the joint, and I cut right at the joint. And we'll take this neck back. We're going to save the necks and the feet. We're going to use them for stock. Then I just take the scissors right here. Right here is your breastbone. Okay? We'll take these scissors and we'll come in here like this. And this tail here, I'm just going to go like this and cut right off. We'll leave them whole. Reach up in there. I get to do this part because my hands are smaller. Reach in here, try to get the lung. When you can't get the lung with it, with your fingers, I can see them. I just reach in there with this. Look, that whole lung just came out. Same on the other side. That whole lung is out. Here are the glands up here. You do on the males, I cut these glands off. Now, let's go rinse him. Get John to zero the scale. Let's see. We can just lay him on there. That's zeroed out. So you're at 6.75 ounces. That's almost 7. So we're going to continue on from here and get all these birds done. And put him right here into the cooler. Alright, this is what we ended up with. Whole cooler full. Still a piece of that ice in there. That water is ice cold. What I'm going to do in a little while, I'll go up, take them, drain them, change the water, and then I'll drain them in a drainer, and we'll shrink wrap those. Okay, we're done processing. I'm going to shrink wrap these birds. So I've got them in a drainer, suspended. This has been bleached and sanitized so that they can drain. The better they drain, the easier they'll be to work with. What I do is I take one of these shrink bags, get one of those, put them in down like that. Twist it. And a zip tie. And what I do is right at the leg, I'll put a little nick in it so that the air can escape. And then you just put it down here in the water. Bring it out and drag off. And I put a piece of tape across that hole. That's all there is to that. I'll snip off the zip tie piece. And if you wanted to, you could trim this, but I'm not worried about that. So I'm just going to put it in the refrigerator until I can get them boxed up. Okay, everybody, we've got all that done. I've got my bowl and my scale is zeroed out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to weigh out 5 pounds at a time, and I'm going to put it in this box. I save heavy duty boxes, that way that'll fit right down in my freezer, and when I want to have quail for dinner, all I have to do is pull it out, take out however many I want. So let's get started here. That bird weighed out at almost a ½ pound. Okay, it's a little over 5 pounds, 5.3 ounces. You want to get me fill this bowl up again? John's gonna fill up the bowl again.
That's it.
Okay, 15 is 18 pounds. And I had, out of all that, I had one bird that got tore up in the plucker. For some reason, it just tore the skin all up. So what I did, I legged it and I breasted it and I skinned it. So when we add that, that's 15, 16, 17, 18. With the overages, I'd say it's close, just a little under 20 pounds of meat that we did, and it took us to process it, not counting cleanup time, but from the time we processed the first bird till the time we processed the last bird was almost exactly 2 hours. I don't think that's bad. We're going to be eating good this winter.